A prison escapee in Trinidad may have had police help. And in sport, the West Indies vice-captain says the tough Zimbabwe tour was excellent preparation for the upcoming two-test series against New Zealand. I'm Ricardo Roberts and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, November 29th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Did you know that a strategy has been developed to help improve the region's education and human resources?
You didn't? Well, the HID strategy, as it is called, will guide CARICOM in how it delivers quality education and training to the people of the region.
The strategy has been crafted by a group of experts called the HRD Commission.
Consultations have been done across the region to get your input.
Do you know that none of us will be left behind?
The HRD strategy is important to all of us, students, parents, and employers. It will prepare the region, especially the youth, for the 21st century economy and society.
The HRD strategy, unlocking Caribbean human potential.
Lawmen in Trinidad and Tobago are investigating how a businesswoman awaiting trial on more than 154 charges escaped from prison, with reports indicating she had police help. Vicky Boojram is on the run after leaving the Golden Grove prison in Arouca with 2 officers on Monday evening. The escape was only made public yesterday by the Ministry of National Security, which did not give any details about how Boojram got out. But as we hear in this report from Otto Carrington of CNC3 News, it appears police may have helped her.
It stands that 2 officers alleged to be attached to the court and process branch of the Tunapuna court went to the prison on Monday around 6 p.m. and requested that Boojram be released with a court order to take her to court. Since then, Boojram has not been seen. CNC3 understands that 1 officer is in police custody and the other is yet to be found. Vicky Boojram has 109 fraud charges pending in the San Fernando court. Boojram operated Boojram Travel Tours and Ship Ahoy Cruises Limited. She was charged with a series of fraud-related offenses after individuals complained that they had spent thousands of dollars for cruises that never materialized. Since her escape, a media release from the Immigration Division has advised that Boojram is believed to be making efforts to escape from this country, and as such, all points of entry, including ports and the airports, are being closely monitored by law enforcement to prevent her escape.
Over in St. Vincent and the Grenadines now, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has hinted at the possibility of dismissing U.S.-based diplomat Sehon Marshall, who was recalled from the United Nations after allegedly punching his wife. He also suggested that his administration would seek to shield Marshall from the possible prosecution in the U.S. Gonsalves noted that some people have called for Marshall to be fired while he is still in the United States, but he said that could have certain consequences. The Prime Minister said if Marshall's employment is terminated, it means immediately that he no longer has diplomatic status, and certain things may follow from that. Earlier this week, the Prime Minister said his government has recalled the 43-year-old diplomat for consultation. Marshall is a counselor at the island's permanent mission to the UN. The government has also instructed Marshall's wife, Sandra Marshall, who is the Deputy Consular General in New York, not to report for work until further notice. In Jamaica, opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips has taken Prime Minister Andrew Holness to task for suggesting that the body which investigates charges of breaches of civilians' rights by the security forces is affecting the work of police. Speaking at the Jamaica Labour Party's annual conference on Sunday, Holness said the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is causing members of the security forces to be fearful in the execution of their duties. But the opposition leader says any suggestion that INDECOM should temper its oversight should be rejected. Dr. Phillips said what is needed is effective policing and accountability in the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
For too long, Jamaica has operated over the years as if the answer to the upsurge of criminality is to unleash more violence in communities. There is no future down that road. Violence begets violence. What we need is a pattern of policing which is intelligence-led, which means additional equipment. It means that the police have to have mobility to be able to be present rapidly when crimes occur or to prevent crimes occurring. It means that they have to have stepped up training and indeed stepped up numbers present in the communities. That is what is needed, not necessarily to give a license to kill.
Stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Just sprinkle a little bit of flour where you put that water. Pull it and just stick. Press it in. This is when you know it's cooking really well. And you just want to turn it just to distribute the heat throughout the roti.
West Indies Vice-Captain Craig Brathwaite believes the difficult recent tour of Zimbabwe served as excellent preparation for the two-test series against the Black Caps starting at Wellington on Friday. Now, the right-handed opener said conditions in the African nation had forced the Caribbean side to rely on grit and determination in order to succeed, and he said those attributes would also be vital in the upcoming series. Brathwaite said the batsmen especially had received a stern test.
Well, Zimbabwe, despite maybe Zimbabwe not ranked very high, I think it was a tough tour. The pitches were quite slow and low and spinning from day one. So, in terms of how they played, how they set the respective fields, it wasn't easy, to score runs. But, I thought as batsmen, especially playing the spin route, we found the gaps, we rotated straight well. And I thought, that momentum, gave us the ability to score big the times we did. And it was a tour where we had to stay disciplined despite Zimbabwe. We had to keep strong in our minds, and things weren't easy, but we had to keep fighting. And another thing, as a team, we keep improving tour by tour.
Leg spinner Devendra Bishu will have the chance to break into the top 20 of the International Cricket Council's bowling rankings if he suits up for the opening test against the Black Caps. Now, in the latest rankings released on Tuesday, the 32-year-old Guyanese rose to 2 places to 21st to lie just outside of the top 20 in the world. Bishu is coming off a productive tour of the Zimbabwe team where he grabbed 13 wickets to the test rubber to emerge man of the series. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.